Hello again, everyone. Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are using my Stash Made kit from August 2020, and we are going to make a 3-page layout, and those are all of the papers that I'm going to use, and I believe they are all but one are from a Shamel collection. Sparkle City, I want to say. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this piece into 3-inch strips, or 4-inch. I think it's 4-inch strips because it's 12 by 4-inch strips. And then I'm going to go ahead and first of all I'm going to trim off the car paper, that bottom, because it wasn't a full car, and then I'm just going to make these 3-inch strips. However, I am having a problem with my cutter and it is not cutting straight, so we're working on it. So we're going to get that at 3 inches. And I'm going to keep doing it. However, I'm going to turn it every once in a while, see? And it's not because it's not cutting straight, it's because I don't want to cut off the cars. That is exactly what that's about. So I'm going to get another 3 inches, make sure it's all even cars. And I'm going to do it again. Now I did go with 3 pages for this layout because I have a lot of pictures that I wanted to scrap. This is the only page that's not from Sparkle City, and I'm going to go ahead and cut 1/2-inch strips of this. So for Easter this year, we made my son do a scavenger hunt. He didn't like it, but it was fun. And so it's basically like a whole bunch of the scavenger hunt, and I cut them down to 2-inch photos, which I flipped through those at the beginning. So I am going to use this purple as the base, and I'm just trying to get it lined up to where I like how it looks, and that is pretty much how the layout is going to work for all 3 pages. It is going to flow straight across. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all adhered down. All the way across the board. So I'm going to line them up, and somehow in the end, don't ask, I don't know, they no longer match up. I'm not real sure what happened there. But it's fine because I use D-ring binders, so they don't sit exactly next to each other, so it'll be fine. And I'm just going to sit this one right at the edge of it. I didn't make you watch me do all 3 of them, apparently. See? They matched. Everyone's seen this, right? At the end, I have no idea why none of them match. I don't know what's going on. Well, there it is. See, but I'm thinking it's off, but it's not. See? Because that's why. Because I had overlapped it just a little bit. I don't know what I did, but it's fine. It works out. It doesn't bother me that much. At all, actually. I'm going to go ahead and take this strip and just cover the seam up. And I'm going to make both of them the same way, so the purple will be on the left and the green will be on the right. And I'm just making sure that I get it the same direction, you know. Say I was going to do it different, and then I'm like, nope. I'm just going to get this one stuck down nicely. And we're going to go ahead, and then the next one, I'm going to make the greens match. So it is actually going to flow somewhat. Now you're not going to be able to see it on the 3rd page because that'll be the back side of the 2nd page, but I'm going to start with the purple. Crazy I am. Now this is just all items that I had sitting around in my stash, and I have been really tedious this year at getting things scrapped and getting products used. I have been dabbling in the mixed media. Super excited about some of those layouts. Still working kind of off camera for those at the time being, because I am not very good at the mixed media at this time. So I am just practicing and playing with it. You'll see the mixed media layouts at my month in layout share. I did have some for July if you want to go back and look at that video. And all I'm doing here is just trimming up the edges to make sure that there are no little crazy overhangers. This layout, for having 3 different pages in a row, it did come out it did come out quickly. I was pretty impressed. It didn't take me as long as I thought. So now I'm going to stick that to the side, and here are my pictures, and I realized, well, I'm not going to have enough. So I'm going to use that page right there. As you can see, I didn't make you watch me stick those all down, but I did use the inside of that page, so that will be the middle page. So it'll be all my pictures backed in a very light purple on the first and third page, and then the pictures will be backed in this white on the middle page. And this is just Hibited Procession. And what I had done is I had taken all of them and used washi tape to stick them together, and I realized I wasn't going to be able to get the border with that, so I'm going to just, obviously rip that back up and lower it on the page, just so that the top of each of the clusters will be able to have a border. And I'm just going to get this all trimmed down. Didn't realize I left this all in. This was quarantine 2020 Easter, so we weren't allowed to go see family and friends or do anything fun. He's 18 and a high school graduate, so he wasn't a high school graduate as of this time in the pictures, but I woke him up to do this. He was not happy. And then at the end, it was very funny because I just gave him the last clue was I hope you had fun, happy Easter. And he was so upset. He wasn't upset. He was just like, are you serious? You made me do this. It was like an hour-long process. And then I gave him his Easter present, so he thought that was, just a little, make myself have a little fun. Now, I do realize that I covered up most of the background, but you know what? I'm completely okay with that. I covered that whole piece up, and I am literally 100% just okay with it. I could have gutted the papers, but then I would just have more scraps to use, people, and I don't want more scraps to use. I don't want the scraps that I have now. So yep, we're just going to get all 3 of them adhered down. And I couldn't get that picked up with my hand. Usually it'll stick, and for some reason it wouldn't. Alright, so now I'm going to use my thin cuts from Close to My Heart. And that was just me showing you I was going to do some die cutting. And for August, my product focus is twine and ribbon. So that was my big old, it's my product focus bin now. I was able to do a lot of cleaning and moving around. So I did pull out, I made my own tags. I die cut some of them, and then I found 3 of these purple and brown tags that I got from Recollections. And I'm trying to find I had never used this pack, which is lime green and some light teal blue. Totally loving it. Now I do have on some red fingernail polish, which I took off. As you can see, I came back. I first didn't have nail polish on, then I took a break and painted my nails, and by the end of this I believe I may not have any nail polish on because that is not the OPI. I find the OPI does not transfer to the paper. This red did, and at one point I actually have to get out my little sander block and sand down some of the paper. So just to get rid of the red fingernail, right there where I just put my finger, where I just rubbed it, right there in the corner is some red. So here comes the sander, and I'm just going to sand the red fingernail polish off of it. And that is when I realized that this fingernail polish is not going to work. So I am very careful for the rest of the decoration, but I do just go ahead, yeah, see, thumbs down. It's a beautiful color, but not for scrapping. So I'm just going to go ahead, and what I had done before is went through all of the embellishments and items that I had put into this little stashy stash, and I made sure to grab 3 like items, you know, just to make sure that each page would have something coordinating with the next page. And I used a lot of purple. Ooh, excuse me, yawn. Long day at work. I'm going to go ahead and pop that little cloud up on some foam tape. He was very crooked. And he's still kind of crooked to me, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick that. That is a enamel word phrase from, I believe, one of the Paige Evans collections, as well as that little tape dispenser. And I thought the washi tape dispenser worked well because all of these items were taped to something. I also used a lot of these little speech bubbles. The ones that actually have words in them, I left alone, but the empty ones, I go ahead and write some fun sayings in it. I was able to use some of these clear word phrase stickers as well. And grapes. I have no idea, people. The grapes have nothing at all to do with anything to do with the layout. I believe I moved that grape too. I don't like where he's looked. I'm just sticking a grape in each cluster, and I stick a star. I'm gonna pop these stars up on some. Oh, I don't move the grape, I add something over him. I pop them up on one foam dot. They're just, you know, just trying to use stuff up. Where else am I gonna ever use a grape at? It has nothing to do with this layout. But you know what? It was just an added embellishment, and I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna put another one, yep, right there, just because, I guess, I don't know. And I believe that is it for this first layout. Oh, I lie. I'm gonna do the little chill out right there. I was gonna put the little wander there, but I am gonna write in that. And I like the wander because, well, he was wandering around the entire yard and house. And I believe I add a really. And that is page 1 done. Now we're going to grab page 2. And I'm going to go ahead, and this is what's going to serve as my journaling spot for the entire 3 layouts. So I am just going to get that stuck on there, and I'm going to get the twine back out. I'm going to put these 2 tags onto this layout as well. Each of the layouts have the same exact tags. And I used the green because, well, it went with all the other colors. And all I do is, since it's like, it moves, I just make sure to adhere it down kind of cattywampus so that you can see the arrow is completely covering the purple underneath is completely showing, and there's no see-through spots. I'm going to go ahead and use this little phrase. I do not know what it says. And just some little fun. I was trying to get him to smile, and that picture says, I don't, or that little speech bubble says, I don't think so. And that says, this is my happy place. Because he is my happy place. He's such a good sport. That one says, let me try. We are going to get just a little circle cardboard. I have these little tags that are for a planner that I just use. I'm going to get some speech bubbles here. I will write in that one as well. And there's just a little cute little hearts from an Amy Tangerine kit. This might be Amy Tangerine. No, I think this is Sparkle City. I'm not sure. It's a whole bunch of mixtures. There was some balloons, but I hid them to make them not look like a balloon. And another cloud, because it was kind of a gloomy day that day. Oh, and some more of the grapes. You got it. And we're going to get the stars. Oh, I had another heart. And I'm going to place 3 of these foam dots around. And I'm going to pop those little purple stars up on it. And I don't know if I do my journaling on camera or not. I have never made more than a 2-page layout in my life, so I am pretty impressed with myself for doing the 3-page. Yep, so I do not do my journaling on screen, and this is the 3rd page. We're going to once again start with the tags. Now you're going to see right here, oh, big mistake. And I just have to roll that ATG right off. So I'm going to go ahead and hear it down the right way. And grab the twine. Go ahead and string that up, and then I'm going to grab the other purple one and adhere the brown to the purple and go ahead and get it stuck down. And apparently I have a thing with, padding. I pat everything. I don't know. That makes it stick better, apparently. And that twine was all discombobulated, so I went ahead and made it right. And then I just trim off the excess twine. And I do have this purple oval die cut, and then I have one of these. I have this little heart here, and I'm going to pop the heart up on foam tape. It was a die cut. And I'm going to, I made clusters in all different areas of the layouts, and that doesn't really bother me. I kind of treated them as individual pages at this point. And this little tag here says enjoy. I'm going to stick this little heart down there on the purple oval. Sure. Yes. And just another one of those speech bubbles, and then another one that I'll have to write in. Another clear word phrase that I tuck right under the heart and then just roll along. And this is going to be just a little word phrase sticker. And some more grapes. Gotta love it, right? You gotta really reach and find purple embellishments, so that's what I'm doing. And we're gonna just pop up some more of these stars in each cluster. I was very careful not to get any more fingernail polish rubbed across my pages. And there is not going to be a whole heck of a lot more that I'm going to do to these 3 pages. So if you enjoyed them, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And please click that subscribe button. I upload 2 stash videos every Wednesday. So the first one today was the kit reveal. And then now this is the first layout I got to make with this kit. And I made 3 pages, so I'm pretty excited about that. And here they are. I'm going to show them to you. There's 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Bye.